I will not be gatekeeping the best fashion hacks. I'm going to share those with you today. These are things that are going to just help you get dressed a little bit faster and easier and with a little less frustration. We all know the feeling of standing in the closet trying to get something to look right and it just doesn't. We can't figure out why everybody else can wear this outfit and it looks cute, and why is this look so weird on us? Why can't I get my sleeves to stay up? What the heck is with all these different tucking methods? Side tuck, front tuck, back tuck, which one looks best? How do I do them? It can be very frustrating at times, but alas, I am here to give you the best tips and hacks. Let's jump right on in.
This first hack, I'll be honest with you, is a little bit life-changing. I'm calling this one the cinch it. If you love a good t-shirt dress or just very comfortable dress, this hack works with silk dresses, satin tops. It doesn't have to be just dresses either. This is a great dress that I got from Amazon. However, it's a little big for me. And so what I want to do is cinch it in and give myself a little bit of a waist. Now, I attempted to film this with the blue dress, but I realized you could just totally see my underwear. So I'm trying to show you here. You just take a bangle bracelet, like a hard metal bracelet of some kind, and an elastic, just an elastic hair tie. Place the bracelet on the outside, then turn it inside out and attach the hair elastic. Now, how far back and how much space you leave is going to determine kind of how tight that cinch becomes. But it basically, so you can see that I kind of moved it up a little bit to make it even tighter. It basically gives you this very elegant waistline and really steps up a basic t-shirt material dress and gives it a totally different elevated look, but also gives you a waistline and something that is otherwise a little prone to leaning frumpy. This definitely gives you a waistline and elevates a very basic t-shirt dress into something a little fancier.
If you don't already know this, one of my favorite hacks and tips is that when you are in need of an iron, you need to get the wrinkles out of something and you don't have access to a dryer, because hello, most of the time I'll spray it with wrinkle release spray, pop it in the dryer, and away we go. When we don't have access to that, perhaps you are traveling, staying in a hotel. If you have said flat iron, to use that iron to iron your clothes. The settings that you need to use, you got to lower the temperature on it and everything. We don't want to scald anything. I'm taking nothing away from the purpose of a good iron that has settings on it for silk and other materials. But in a pinch, you can absolutely use your flat iron to iron your clothes. I have done this many times with much success. All right, let's get into some hacks for tucking in your shirts or tucking in various shirts. I realize that a lot of the fashion guru people are tucking is out. Don't tuck anything in. You're never gonna get me to agree with that. I don't know who decided that that was a thing, but to claim that tucking in your shirt in any capacity is out of style is just a weird one to me. To me, that's akin to saying wearing a bra is out of style. I'm gonna wear a bra, I'm gonna hold the tatas up, and I'm gonna keep tucking in my shirt in various ways because, well, it adds some shape and definition. But in this video, I'm gonna share with you a few hacks for the effortless, I tried but didn't, half tuck, full tuck, all of that.
So faking a front tuck to me is just key, because a lot of times when you do actually go through the process to tuck in your shirt, it's adding bulk in the area that many of us ladies do not want to add bulk. So one of the ways that you can avoid that is with this hack. And again, it just uses 2 hair elastics. You basically pull up the shirt and give yourself 2 little tabs to work with there. Almost gosh, I don't know if y'all remember those hair tie things that we used to use on our shirts, the circles. I'm really dating myself here, but you're going to basically, make 2 horns there, attach the hair ties to it, and then flip it under. And now your shirt will stay in place. It will stay kind of tucked in with a tucked in look without you having to actually add the bulk to your waistline, which is what most of us would like to avoid with a tucked in shirt look. The next hack I'm kind of calling the belt tuck. This is great for tops. This also works really well for dresses, like satin dresses, sweaters in the fall, winter, to kind of give you a waistline. Again, I just take a very skinny leather braided belt. Really any skinny belt will do, and belt that around the smallest part of your waist, and then pull the sweater or top or blouse up and through it. Now, I left a little bit down because this is such a long and silky blouse that I kind of liked that it sort of gave almost a peplum look to this. But you don't have to do that. You can just belt it and then pull it out. And if you're wearing higher waisted dress pants or something, it will give you the effect of a tuck in your sweater or a tuck in your top, but it'll also give a waistline to dresses, longer dresses, satin dresses, t-shirt dresses. It's a great hack to know and an easy one to do. Now, this next one is what I call the Jackie tuck. Jackie Onassis Kennedy was I found all of these pictures of her doing this tuck with her button-up tops, and I have just kind of like decided that this has to come back in style. I don't care. I love it so much. I am showing you that when you have an extra long blouse, you do want to tuck the tails into like your underwear. That's another sort of hack to help keep it in. You can do this with the top fully buttoned. It's not going to give as dramatic of an X look there, but you can also unbutton it, which gives you kind of full and free movement of the top and allows you to like fully cross it over. You could also use a safety pin to hold that in place. If you needed to, you could hold it in place onto your pants.
If you've seen my recent video about the best basic plain white tee, then you know that I had to try on a lot of white shirts. It can be a bit of a problem sometimes for us ladies if you are somebody who does your hair, does your makeup, and then puts your clothes on, to get said clothes on without getting makeup stains around the collar. Well, I have a couple of little tricks for you as someone who had to do this in repetition for over 50 shirts without smearing makeup on them because I needed to return the majority of them. I've kind of mastered this, how to get your top on and off without messing up your makeup and without transferring your makeup onto your clothes.
All right, this one is so easy to do, so easy to do. And I mean, if you're like me, you get transferred makeup onto everything. So when we're first putting on our clothes, it's simple. You just need a scarf. Tie it around your head, loosely tie it in a knot in the back, loosely, I'm saying loosely here. Then you can easily slip your sweaters and tops over your face without like destroying your hair or your makeup, and then remove the scarf. Obviously, I recommend like a satin silky scarf for this, not a cotton one, something that won't, make your hair frizzy. And then when you're ready to take off said thing, same thing, tie it around almost like you would a napkin, a bib on a baby, and then just flip it over your head briefly, briefly. I realize the claustrophobic people are probably losing their minds right now, but we just, briefly here. And then you're able to remove your sweater without transferring any makeup or anything onto your clothing. It's great for trying on clothes in fitting rooms as well.
Now, this little hack I actually learned from my husband, believe it or not. When he would wear his dress shirts for work to go into the office, it was more casual, so he would always want his sleeves up, and they wouldn't stay up how he liked and where on his arm he liked. And I noticed that my hair ties were disappearing very frequently. Come to find out that he had commandeered my hair ties in order to use them to hold up the sleeves of his dress shirt. And I kind of thought, wow, that's actually pretty smart. I can't be too upset about it, though I would like my hair ties back.
And for this one, again, you can definitely use hair bands or rubber bands. I do like this product that I got from Amazon. I'll link it down below just because it is nice and wide, doesn't cut off circulation, but it's great because you can literally manipulate your sleeves in so many different ways. You can tuck them into that little sleeve bandit is what I'm calling it, and then be able to kind of move them up and down your arm so that they stay in place wherever you want them to, especially on a silkier top like this that tends to slide and move around a lot. It's a great way to be able to position your sleeves and just have them stay in place all day.
You can do this hack with rubber bands, with hair ties. Obviously, you want them to be stretchy enough to, not like cut off the circulation, which is why I do actually like the created for this purpose tool, because these bands are nice and thick. In order to not put too much pressure into like one spot on your arm and cut off the circulation, these kind of nicely balance the pressure. There's also another really great way that you can get your sleeves to stay up on your dress shirt. So if you like a good button down like I do, it's just a wardrobe staple for me, but I don't always want to roll my sleeves. Using a clear hair tie and this little button trick is a great way to kind of get the sleeve of your shirt to stay in place without, again, cutting off circulation or, feeling too tight like you can't actually move. Because none of these hacks will do you any good if upon movement they come apart, fall apart, or don't allow you to actually be able to move in said wardrobe item.
This trick I love. It's actually harder to film and show than I thought, but you want to loop the clear elastic hair tie around the button and then place the other end through the buttonhole that you would normally, use for that button, and then take it back around and loop it around the button again. It's simple, but harder to show than I thought. And so now that you've done that, you've basically given yourself a stretchy button closure there. So if you roll your sleeve, if you do kind of the J. Crew roll, and want that kind of cuff portion to sort of stand up and give you that more preppy look, you can do that and not only keep it in place, but be able to wear it more on your forearm. You can also wear it up above your elbow. It just makes that area stretchy instead of static in place.
Hopefully you found some of these hacks and tips helpful in order to help you get dressed with a little less frustration in the morning and kind of pull your look together. These hacks are going to help you kind of elevate and step up your everyday looks without having to spend a bunch of money or buy new items. So these are just some ways you can kind of jimmy rig or MacGyver your closet to make it work a little bit better for you. Now, I do have a video coming up for you where I'm going to share with you some of the best ways to dress and style your tops and things if you don't want to tuck in, because I know a lot of people don't like tucking in their shirt. So I've got tips coming up for you on that. With that, I hope that you enjoyed today's video, and hopefully you will subscribe, stick around, leave me a comment. Let me know if you have any great hacks or fashion tips that would help us all help the community. Let us know down below in the comments, and hopefully I will see you again very soon.